Okay, we're back with more TNG Season 1. This is quite the grind. We're only on episode 8, called Justice. Last episode was a little bit garbo, so I'm losing my expectance for high quality is diminishing considerably. I'm just along for the ride now. Eventually, I'm sure we'll get an episode that I love, but it hasn't happened yet. Not even halfway through the season, so it could be that the last half of the season is incredible, but there's only one way to find out, and it's by watching the episodes. So let's get into it.
We are now in orbit there, having determined it to be inhabited as well as unusually lovely.
Unusually lovely.
Is it as good as your report suggests, number one?
As per report, sir. Class M, Earth-like. Beautiful. It will startle you.
What are those outfits? My goodness. Oh. Oh Lord, I can already tell this episode's going to be a rough one.
Oh, yes.
Oh, what is this?
But you are a young one. I do not know your custom regarding love.
Whatever you usually do.
Uh-oh. You're not ready for that, Wes.
That's the custom here. Running. Lead the way.
What, running everywhere? Oh, that's how they stay fit. Oh, Lord.
Come on, this way. And now it's...
Wesley's going to be sweating to death in that sweater.
I've traced it through our sensor channels, sir. It is not a glitch or any other form of error or malfunction.
It's confirmed by my readings, Captain. It's a shadow something.
Exactly.
Send a main viewer on that area.
Cloaking device, perhaps? Yeah.
Geordie,
Sir.
have a real look.
Aye, sir.
Have a real look. What does that mean? With his visor?
Ada, what the hell is it?
Oh, I see. A real view. A real look is in not through the view screen, through a window.
Sir, I see something coming out of that ship.
Verified, sir. Something very small.
Intruder alert, sir.
I don't show a location.
The away team signal has been cut off, Captain. We've lost contact with our people.
I'm Captain Picard, commanding this Federation starship.
Do you plan to leave life forms here?
No.
Why have you left your own life forms there?
The colony we just planted, sir.
Life on our world is driven to protect itself by seeding itself as widely as possible.
But it is asking me if I was constructed for information exchange.
It's like stuck to his forehead.
Watch. I bet you can't do this.
Yeah, okay, as if Will Wheaton was doing that.
I want to do something too, with you.
What?
It's something you can teach me, will you?
There are some games I don't quite know yet.
It's playing ball. Will you teach me?
Oh, sure.
We can get it in the gardens. Come on.
Yeah.
This will please you. Join us.
This will please you.
Thanks. Another time. The good life, Worf.
I am
I'd
not
say.
concerned with pleasure, Commander. I am a warrior. Earth females. I must restrain myself too much. They are quite fragile, sir.
My lord.
Enterprise, come in.
Sorry.
Captain,
They can't talk. They're dealing with a big glowing ball.
help me locate Wes. He's wandered off.
You sent him off with the kids.
Are you telling me that there's no crime here whatsoever? No one breaks any laws?
Once they did. Long, long ago, there was much disorder.
Those who enforce laws? Oh, we have very few. They are called mediators, and they are needed only in one place each day.
The punishment zone. No person ever knows where or when a zone will be.
And so no one risks death.
Only one punishment for any crime.
Any crime is punishable by death.
There's always a white wall or fence to remind anyone of a forbidden area like that.
We'd better find Wesley.
Uh-oh. Wesley's definitely breaking some rules now.
You're very clever at this. No, Wes!
No! It's forbidden to disturb new plants!
Great. Now they're going to execute Wesley for landing in some plants.
It's okay. I'm fine.
Oh,
Not for
no.
long.
Oh, please, no.
And the acting is something else.
He doesn't know. He's from another place.
How very sad. But this zone has been selected.
I'm really sorry.
You admit you did that. Freely.
I'm with Starfleet. We don't lie.
Get the... I'm with Starfleet.
They've got some strange laws here,
I thought you reviewed their laws.
but they listed nothing about punishment.
Are you prepared for punishment?
Punishment? Drop it. Drop it now.
It's a kind of syringe.
Yeah, I noticed.
What is this? You said death. Is this poison? But of course it is. Completely painless. The boy would have felt nothing. It was announced you came as friends. Is this how friends act?
Condition?
No sign of consciousness, but the balance of the readings are quite normal for him.
I believe this is some form of information exchange with whatever is over there.
Security, urgent. Repeating, Enterprise from away team.
This is the Enterprise, Lieutenant. We're receiving you now.
This is an urgent call for Captain Picard.
Captain DeRiker, stand by.
So what, Picard's going to mediate a negotiation between them now?
We regret that our system of justice is troubling you.
The boy, Wesley Crusher. Where is he, please?
In accord with the Prime Directive, I've allowed them to hold him pending the outcome of this.
The tranquility you see in our lives has been made possible by our laws.
We are a people of law. They do sometimes bring us sadness, but we have learned to adjust to them.
How could they have not told them about not past the white fences? If you do, it's punishable by death. You'd think that's one of the first things they would tell them.
Capital punishment in our world is no longer considered a justifiable deterrent.
So, we are not yet as advanced as they are.
Because you are strangers, we are delaying enforcement of the law. But we must act by sundown.
We have encountered a strange object. A vessel, perhaps. Exactly how would you describe God?
As you just did, as existing both here and in another place also.
Captain, come in, please.
God here.
I thought you said God here.
And so you promise that Wesley Crusher is safe until sundown?
You have our word.
I'll go as a hostage for the boy's safety.
No, that's not it. I want you to identify something for me if you can.
Well, I guess, so these people must have warp drive, otherwise they wouldn't be allowed to make contact with them because of the Prime Directive, the first contact protocols.
Seen the away team report about Wesley.
In a moment, Doctor.
In a moment?
Yeah, really.
In a moment.
Yep. It's God.
Return my child.
Want to beam down to away team location. Hurry! Engage!
It seems the Eidos God is very protective of its children.
I had no choice but to learn about that thing from her.
What do you intend to do about my son?
He's being held safely until sundown.
When he faces execution?
I was an excellent choice for them, Captain. They were able to communicate with me I was about to say quite easily, but there was nothing easy about it. Definitely not a single entity, if that's what you mean, sir. Although they know the Edo worship them as a god thing.
They know?
They recognize that this is quite expected and harmless at the present Edo stage of evolution. But they consider that this entire star cluster is theirs. It was probably unwise of us to attempt to place a human colony in this area. Although they have learned of the Prime Directive from my mind, how will they evaluate it? How do they reason?
Exactly. How do I explain my refusing to obey their laws down there? Not permitting the Crusher boy.
Would you choose one life over 1,000, sir?
Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one.
I could feel that whatever they are now, they once existed in this dimension just as we do. Perhaps in the same kind of flesh and blood form.
Then in some earlier flesh and blood form, they might have shared our kind of values?
We know the Edo share them, sir.
I will not allow them to execute your son.
That's all you had to say, Jean-Luc.
I saw you share the sky with God. You must be God.
We're not gods.
Neither is that thing in the sky.
I guess you know a lot has happened here.
I'd say.
I know.
I'd say you fell into some plants and now you should be killed.
Are you going to let them kill me?
No. But I must find some way to prevent it that you understand.
At least study what we were without law. Hurtful to each other, savage.
So we're humans.
We are all sworn not to interfere with other lives in the galaxy. Now, if I save this boy, I break that law.
It is God who will punish you.
That thought has crossed our minds. Your God up there may...
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Stand by for 6 to beam up. Wesley, Lieutenant.
They're just gonna take him?
Energize him.
Ah. The entity's not letting it happen.
God has prevented your escape.
Then your God is unfair. My son had no warning that his act was criminal.
I don't know how to communicate this, or even if it is possible. But the question of justice has concerned me greatly of late. There can be no justice so long as laws are absolute.
When has justice ever been as simple as a rule book?
Seems the Edo Lord agrees with you, number one.
Captain.
Another ball?
Is that a signal?
Oh, it's gone.
Suppose it must be. I was hoping for more.
I'm glad it's gone.
Agreed, sir.
I was hoping we might learn more about it. Take us out of here, number one.
Gladly, sir.
What the hell was that? That had to be the dumbest episode yet. It wasn't as cringy or as offensive as some of the other ones, but man, that was so stupid. So stupid that you have to just look at it and laugh. I mean, the whole thing about this, like, sex-obsessed culture, and I mean, I think it's interesting, the idea. I mean, it's that if we were to encounter an alien, species, of course their culture and their laws and their beliefs would be different than ours, so that's fine. But I mean, I hate it. It's TOS trope too. It's Earth-like planet. They're just like us, but there's something that is wrong with their society that we have corrected already. And it just doesn't work. It was just, and the outfits. Oh my gosh, the outfits were horrendous. And I think this is a huge plot hole, but they kept mentioning the Prime Directive, so they couldn't say Wesley. But how were they allowed to make contact with these people if they weren't warp capable and they were worshiping this entity in the sky that they thought was God? Isn't that the number one violation of the Prime Directive? I mean, to me, that's just mind blowing that they could use the Prime Directive as a major plot point in this episode and completely ignore that. So that's like, what the hell? But the resolution with talking about how laws can't be absolute, and then all of a sudden everything's fine and dandy was stupid. And I mean, just stupid is just the best way to describe this episode. I was kind of like blank for most of it, just not even paying attention. I mean, I was paying attention, but it's just so uninteresting, unfortunately. Man, TNG. Sometimes I wonder how the hell this show got into a second season, but maybe they ordered 2 seasons straight out the gate. But I don't know. I have to look that up. But wow, what a clunker, filler, weird episode. There were some funny moments here or there. But the resolution sucked. And there wasn't much of a resolution because the Edo, I guess the species was called, they're probably still furious. Unless the godlike entity tells them it's okay. I don't know if they actually directly communicate with the Edo. But I don't think we're ever going to find out. And frankly, I don't really care to. So that's the episode done. Thank goodness. Good riddance. And thanks for watching.